Baba Bharathi's horse.
Just as a mother feels immense joy when she sees her child, and a farmer feels great happiness when he sees his well-yielded field, similarly, Baba Bharathi feels overwhelming joy whenever he sees his horse. He spends his remaining time, after worshipping God, with his horse. Baba Bharathi's horse is very beautiful and powerful. It is said that there is no horse in that region that can match it. Baba Bharathi named the horse Swelton. He personally feeds it and grooms its hair beautifully. Watching the horse brings him great happiness. Baba Bharathi had renounced all his wealth, luxurious items, property and house. Moreover, he had a strong aversion to city life. He now lived in a temple outside the village, meditating on God. He said that he could not live without Sultan. Such was his intense affection for his horse. Baba Bharathi was mesmerized by the horse's actions. Just as a peacock starts dancing when it sees clouds, Baba Bharathi would be enchanted whenever he saw Sultan. He could not sleep without riding his horse for 8 or 10 miles daily. In that region, there was a well-known bandit named Kataka Singh. People would tremble at the mere mention of his name. He had also heard of Sultan's fame and developed a desire to see Baba Bharathi's horse. One afternoon, the bandit went to Baba Bharathi's residence, greeted him, and sat down beside him. Baba Bharathi asked the bandit, "What brings you here, Kataka Singh?" The bandit replied, "I have come to seek your blessings." Baba Bharathi then asked, "How did you come here?" The bandit responded, "My desire to see Sultan brought me here." Baba Bharathi said, "It is a remarkable animal. You will be delighted to see it." The bandit replied, "I have heard everyone praise this horse." Baba Bharathi told the bandit, "Its gait will mesmerize you." The bandit said, "Everyone says it is very beautiful to look at." Baba Bharathi replied, "How can I describe its beauty? Once you see it, its image will be deeply etched in your heart." The thief said, "This has been my long-time desire, but only today could I come." Baba Bharathi and the thief went to the horse stable. Baba Bharathi proudly showed his horse to the thief. The thief looked at the horse with great astonishment. He had seen thousands of horses, but he had never seen a horse with such perfect characteristics. He thought, "This is my luck. This horse must be mine. What use is it to this Baba?" For a while, he quietly admired the horse with wonder. Then, with a childlike excitement, he said to Baba Bharathi, "I wish to see this in action." Baba Bharathi, being human, felt very happy to hear someone praise his possession. So, he untied the horse and took it outside as per the thief's wish. The horse ran at the speed of the wind. Seeing its gait, the thief's desire grew stronger. He was a thief. Whatever he desired, he immediately considered it his own. He had strength and power. After watching the horse, the thief turned to Baba Bharathi and said, "Baba, I will not leave this horse with you." Baba Bharathi was very frightened by the words of the thief. He couldn't sleep at night. Every minute, he kept thinking about what the thief had said and was scared. He spent the entire night guarding the horse stable. Many months passed, but Kataka Singh did not come. Now, Baba Bharathi was no longer afraid of the thief. One evening, Baba Bharathi went for a ride on the horse. As he rode the horse, his happiness knew no bounds. He marveled at the beauty of the horse's shining body. As he was riding, suddenly a voice called out from behind. "Baba, listen to this unfortunate man's voice," said the voice in a pitiful tone. Baba stopped the horse immediately. A disabled man was sitting under a tree, groaning. Baba went near him and asked, "What is your trouble?" The disabled man approached Baba Bharathi with folded hands and said, "Baba, I am suffering greatly. Please show me some mercy. There is a village called Ramawala 3 miles from here. I need to go there. If you take me on your horse, it will be a great blessing for you. Baba Bharathi asked the disabled man, "Who do you have there?" The disabled man replied, "You must have heard of the Dr. Degodat. I am his uncle's son." Baba Bharathi then helped the disabled man onto the horse and started walking slowly, holding the beautiful horse. Suddenly, the horse began to run fast. Baba Bharathi was very surprised. The disabled man sat upright on the horse and started riding it, holding the reins firmly. Baba Bharathi, in a voice mixed with surprise, fear, and disbelief, started shouting. He realized that the man was the thief Kataka. After a moment of silence, he gathered all his strength and shouted, "Kataka, stop more a moment." Kataka stopped the horse and, while patting its neck, said, "Baba, this horse has become mine. I will not give it back to you." Baba Bharathi asked for just one thing. Kataka paused. Baba Bharathi went near him, looked at him as a butcher looks at a goat, and said, "Yes, this horse has become yours. I will not ask for it back. But Kataka, I have one request. Do not refuse it. If you refuse, my heart will break." Kataka replied, "Give me your command. I am your servant, but I will not give you the horse." Baba Bharathi said, "Do not speak about this horse. I will not say anything about it. But my request is this. Do not tell anyone about what happened here." Kataka was very surprised. He thought he should take the horse and leave quickly. But Baba Bharathi was asking him not to tell anyone about what happened. He wondered what benefit Baba Bharathi would get from this. After thinking many times, he couldn't understand. He asked Baba Bharathi, "What benefit do you get from not telling anyone about this incident? If people come to know about this incident, no one will come forward to help the disabled. No one will trust them," said Baba Bharathi, and without looking back at the horse, he walked away as if it had nothing to do with him. After Baba Bharathi left, his words kept echoing in Kataka's ears. What a noble thought! What a holy mind, he thought. Baba Bharathi had immense love for the horse. Seeing the horse brought him immense joy. He spent his time protecting the horse instead of engaging in devotion and bhajans. But today, there were no signs of sorrow on his face for losing the horse. Such a person is not a mere human. He is an angel. In the middle of the night, Kataka went to Baba Bharathi's temple. Darkness surrounded all sides. Stars were twinkling in the sky. In the distance, village dogs were howling. There was no sound from inside the temple. Kataka held the reins of the horse and slowly went to the horse stable. The stable door was open. Baba Bharathi could come to check the horse stable with a stick at any time. But today, he had no fear of theft. Kataka went inside and tied the horse in its place. Then he came out and very slowly closed the stable door. Tears of honesty welled up in his eyes. The third watch of the night passed. As soon as the fourth watch began, Baba Bharathi opened the door of his hut, came out, and bathed in the cool water. Then, as if sleepwalking, he went near the horse stable. But as he approached the stable, he remembered his mistake. Immediately, with disbelief, he turned his feet back towards the hut. He couldn't walk. He stood there. The horse recognized Baba Bharathi approaching by the sound of his footsteps. It began to neigh. Hearing the horse's sound, Baba Bharathi was filled with surprise and joy. He ran inside the stable and hugged the horse. He started crying. He met the horse like a father meeting his son after a long separation. He patted the horse's back and face. He said very happily, "From now on, no one will hesitate to help the poor."
Harki story written by Sudarshan. In this story, he describes the qualities of a saint who transformed a robber into a good person. The saint's kindness, compassion, and forgiveness help the robber change his ways and become a better person.